What is scarcity? Scarcity is one of the problems that economics wants to solve. This occurs whenever the demand for services and products is much greater than the supply of goods and services. Scarcity exists due to the limited resources and the endless needs and wants of the people. This scarcity affects how a society decides how to use these limited resources and fulfill their needs and wants. Scarcity is important so that we understand how services and products are valued. Products and services that have less supply and are harder to get are often valued more than resources that are more abundant. Producers use this as a reason to charge a large amount if their goods or service has little supply. What are the causes of scarcity? There are three causes of scarcity: demand-induced scarcity, supply-induced scarcity, and structural scarcity. Demand-induced scarcity occurs when the number of supplies does not change, but the number of demand increases. For example, the population of an area increases, and with it the demand for housing also increases. Still, the amount of available land remains the same, which causes scarcity of housing and increased prices. Supply-induced scarcity occurs when the number of supplies is much lower than the number of demand. For example, when a country undergoes a drought, crops suffer damage. It reduces yield, resulting in a decrease in food supply. Food is a necessity for everyone, thus demand will never decrease. Structural scarcity occurs when a large part of the population cannot access products and services. During the 2020 lockdowns, the world experienced a terrible disruption of supply chains. This has affected the prices of many essential products like medicine, electronics, and food. There is enough supply, but restrictions on travel and trade made access to these products difficult. Two types of scarcity. There are two types of scarcity: relative and absolute. Relative scarcity. It is a type of scarcity where supply is limited and relative to demand. This is often caused by not having an adequate supply of resources in the world. An example of this is crude oil and trees. It is a limited resource that has a high demand as these are needed for energy creation. There may be plenty of supply of crude oil at the present, but our high demand for supply may cause shortages in the future. Oil is a natural resource that we cannot replace in a brief time. Absolute scarcity. This occurs if supply is limited, but not dependent on demand or relative to demand. An example of this is time. There are only 24 hours in a day. Even if we want more time, it will not change. The number of resources is absolute, and there is no way to produce more.